Hi, Maddie here, doing a quick update. Yeah, it's been a little bit, almost like a month and a half since I've done an update, and I just wanted to provide a little bit of information on kind of where I am. Yeah, just continuing to struggle with relationships and making a decision with my career, and it's definitely impacting me mentally. I try to keep my channel as positive and uplifting as I can and focusing on joy, but I think for me to be authentic um, with our community, I think I have to acknowledge the struggle, and I have so much privilege, but at the same time, I'm still struggling. I'm struggling with my looks, with kind of my career direction and the motivation, with finding a partner. That somebody who is open. I've met people, but they always transcend to friendships, and also looking for really meaningful friendships. Like I don't have that friend who you can call up and just kind of dive deep into something on, and they are maybe a healthy representation or very healthy too. So I feel like there's a lot of emptiness and uncertainty, and there's all these decisions that I'm still struggling with. I'm like almost at this point of paralysis with some of these key things, and I think I put too many things on my plate, kind of thinking too ambitiously, and just scaling that back a little bit, and seeing if I can check some of those things off. I did get my taxes in, which is very surprising because there was a lot of things going on last year. I just wanted to provide that update in that context around my struggles dating. I think I'm at the point where people want to meet and they want to see where it goes, and I think a lot of women that I try to date want to be friends before they want to have a relationship, and maybe there are stigmas. I don't know. I need to start asking to get a little bit more information on why is it that these relationships with these women want to go into a friendship zone so quickly. Is it something that I'm doing? Is it my looks, which I found out that I'm really unbalanced in regards to my face when I got a CAT scan recently, so nothing surprising, but I can see how people react to that asymmetry or that imbalance with my face, and I guess that's something I'm coming to terms with. But I think from a pain minimization and a comfort perspective, and trying to be a hyper realist with myself, I'm trying to get comfortable with the idea of maybe not having genetic kids as myself. I know I froze my sperm, and I would love to do that, but that might not be in my cards. And then also having a significant other to share that with. So I guess right now I'm struggling and trying to get on the journey of finding an alternative path, and at the same time continuing to keep that door open. It's a really hard balance. I'm sure others probably have had very similar experiences, but I'm trying to keep my mental health as a top priority, as well as respect the relationships and friendships that I do have, and recognize that I only have so much capacity from a friendship lens, and making sure that that's invested in the right people in the right times. And yeah, it's been really good. I've spent a little bit more time with my family, but that poses even its own level of challenges too, because I decided that I moved out to California last year, and they're not out in California, and we don't really plan to get together. So there's not many physical kind of interactions, and it has been nice to stay consistent, but in my opinion, nothing necessarily replicates an in-person connection. So yeah, that's where I stand with some of my relationships. It's really hard, and I acknowledge that I have a handful of privileges as well, but I also recognize that there's still a stigma, and maybe I don't know how to describe the difference between between attraction to a woman, attraction to another person, and being open to somebody else who is available. So that's all I wanted to share today. Just a quick update. I'm struggling, and yeah, it's not easy always, and I want to keep my channel positive and hopeful. I'm just trying to think through alternative ways to find that happiness and redefine it, and coming to those terms I think can be a little painful. So, but I want to find something where I feel at peace and comfortable and committed to that. So that's all I have. Ciao.